Chapter 1. The Door to Admiration. Hello. Today we're going to talk about something a little out of the ordinary. Imagine you're with a man, but there's actually one woman who truly captivates you, and you're almost obsessively pursuing her. No, don't get the wrong idea, we're not talking about bedroom secrets or a perfect body here. In fact, just being a fun, cheerful, or outspoken woman isn't enough either. These are just small games at the beginner level. The real issue lies much deeper and more invisible, hidden in a button in the limbic system of the male brain. I'm talking about a mechanism that can turn an ordinary encounter into an addiction in seconds. Have you ever wondered why a man suddenly loses interest? Or why some women can create an obsession in men with almost no effort, while you feel like you have to fight for every ounce of attention? The secret lies not in what you do, but in what you trigger in him. So much so that the real question isn't, how do I make him physically desire me? Physical desire is easily triggered, the real issue is creating that special feeling that makes you unforgettable. This is the invisible, silent, and powerful mental drug that makes women unforgettable. And I promise, once you understand this, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. Now let's talk about a reality. Pop culture presents us with an endless list of traits to attract a man: beauty, a toned body, good sex. The list is almost endless. That's why most women exhaust themselves chasing this ideal. But the strange thing is, in real life, sometimes it's precisely these perfect women who lose their appeal, while some women outside that ideal spark an obsessive attraction. Why does this happen? Because we're trying to open the wrong door. For decades, our eyes have been fixed on the door of physical attraction, the body, the visible. But the male mind actually has another door. That's where the real power lies. The male brain has a very selective gatekeeper, and this gatekeeper examines all the experiences it has with you. Is this experience just a short-term pleasure, or will it leave a deep impression? Unfortunately, most well-known seduction strategies only offer temporary satisfaction. But the woman who knows how to provide the secret catalyst that opens the real door makes a difference. Once you grasp this, you no longer have to bend yourself out of shape or try to be someone else. You can direct your energy towards what really works, where you can build lasting bonds. And that's the essence of it, that secret catalyst, the thing that directly triggers the reward centers in a man's brain and creates long-lasting desire, can be summed up in one word: admiration. Yes, it may sound a bit cold to your ears right now. But stop and think. Admiration isn't just about sex or being beautiful. It's a deep admiration he feels for your intelligence, your passions, your wit, your way of handling crises, or your dedication, something that makes a man feel sufficient, powerful, and valuable inside. And believe me, this feeling is completely different from physical desire. He's no longer just saying, "I want her," he's asking, "Am I worthy of her?" The power dynamic shifts instantly. You're no longer just an object of desire, but a source of inspiration. And this feeling is incredibly powerful for a man. That's the exact difference between, "I want to sleep with her," and, "I want to be someone who can stand by her side." Chapter 2. Female Power, Competition and the Subtlety of Admiration. Consider this: physical desire simply wants to possess. But admiration wants to unite. It doesn't just try to get you, it wants to understand you, learn from you, capture a piece of your magic. And no, you don't have to be a CEO or work at NASA for this. Admiration isn't about success. Admiration is about the passions that connect you to life, that keep you alive. For example, that sparkle in your eyes when you talk about a book that changed your life, your determination to share your opinion at dinner even if everyone else thinks differently, that moment of frustration yet resolve when trying to assemble a piece of furniture. When a man sees these things, he doesn't just see a beautiful woman, he sees an independent, fascinating human being. And his primitive brain kicks in, that ancient mechanism that loves challenges and the search for meaning. That's when attraction turns from a game into a mission. But this is where the problem begins. The trap almost everyone falls into: if admiration is the most powerful driving force of male desire, why do society and our own fears tell us to do the exact opposite? Why have we been told to diminish ourselves, not shine, not scare men? This contradiction is where attraction dies. Because the truth is, admiration triggers male attraction the most. But alongside this, a huge myth circulates. A lie whispered in our ears since childhood, seen in thousands of films, and ultimately accepted as universal truth: don't be too smart. Don't be too successful. Don't be too independent. Otherwise, you'll scare men away and end up alone. Sound familiar? This is one of the most crippling lies ever told to women across generations, and it traps us. To be desired, you must give up inspiring admiration. But wait, there's a twist. This myth isn't entirely wrong, but it's fatally misinterpreted. And we sabotage ourselves because of this misinterpretation. The truth is, a man of real value isn't afraid of your power. He'll only pull away if you act like a rival. He isn't afraid of your intelligence. But if you use your intelligence like a weapon and walk all over him, he'll tire of it. He isn't afraid of your success. But if you use your success to belittle him, he'll lose interest. Think about it this way: male energy is, by nature, geared towards competition, problem-solving, and progress. When a man approaches you romantically, what he seeks is balance, not polarization. He wants a feminine energy that complements his own, not one that declares war on him. But if a woman, trying to prove her worth, goes into battle mode, constantly argues, always wants to win, constantly corrects him, belittles his ideas, competes over who is smarter or more successful, then the man sees her not as a partner, but as a rival. And that magnetic spark fades instantly. Now let me tell you a short story. Think of Sophia. An intelligent woman, a successful manager, well-educated, independent. But she constantly complained, men can't handle successful women. On her dates, she would talk at length about her achievements, her travels, her bonuses. When the man across from her mentioned his success at work, Sophia would immediately bring up her own, often twice as big. If a political opinion was expressed, Sophia would debate it to death, until the man fell silent. Sophia thought she wanted to show her worth and inspire admiration. But men left those dates thinking, wow, what an amazing woman, but not in the way she hoped. Wow, that was exhausting. It was like I was at a job interview. Or worse, like I was at a court hearing. Men aren't afraid of her success. They just feel judged, evaluated, and ultimately unnecessary. But something very instructive happened in Sophia's life afterwards. She met a man who kept up with her pace, even settling comfortably into it. Passive, unambitious, someone who felt comfortable in Sophia's shadow. Over time, Sophia lost all her respect and attraction for him. Because that man was living proof of Sophia's own trap. He had curtailed his own masculine energy and was no longer someone who inspired admiration. Now think about Laura. Equally successful and intelligent. But her energy is completely different. When she talks about her achievements, it's not with arrogance, but with inspiration. And most importantly, she genuinely cares. She's curious about his world, asks questions, listens. She sees him not as a rival, but as a fascinating universe. Laura's confidence shines not by dimming others' light, but by allowing it to shine even brighter. Her power is warm, magnetic, almost an invitation. Men don't shy away from Laura, they line up to be part of her world. Because Laura doesn't diminish them, she inspires them to be greater. This shatters the myth of playing small. Never. But now it gets more complicated. Let's say you're like Laura, strong, warm, intelligent, yet you still feel insecure. Is that your fault? Should you dim your light to make her feel less insecure? No. Absolutely not. This isn't a slogan, it's a strategic insight. Because the moment you consider dimming your light for him is the moment you're actually facing the best filter of your life. It's the moment you see the difference between a valuable man and a cowardly child in an adult body. A low-value man feels like a vampire in the light of a strong woman. Your light doesn't fill him with inspiration, it burns him. It exposes his fears, his insecurities, his lack of ambition. And at that point, there are two options: grow up or drag you into the darkness. He makes jokes to diminish you, sows doubt, makes you feel guilty. You're too intimidating, too intense, he says. In that moment, he actually resigns. It means, I'm not the right man for you. And you should just say thank you and move on. But a real man, a high-value man, looks at your light with admiration. Your success motivates him, your intelligence excites him. Your independence draws him like a magnet. You are not a threat to him, but an honorable challenge. You are like the summit a mountaineer wants to climb, or the masterpiece an art lover wants to understand. The deepest secret of male desire lies here, not in a naked woman, that is simple and animalistic. The real secret lies in a woman who is fully clothed, in her own world, glowing with passion. And in that moment, the man thinks silently, God, I want to be worthy of standing beside her. Now it's not just about you, he wants to bring out his best version of himself to be with you. And this is the world's most powerful addiction. The man is not addicted to you, but to the best version of himself that you bring out in him. You are a lighthouse, you repel the wrong ones and attract the right ones. Chapter 3, Lighting Your Own Fire and the True Meaning of Admiration. So how do you apply this in your daily life? Not with tactics, but by fundamentally changing your direction. Stop asking, what does he like? Instead, ask yourself, what ignites me? For a moment, put men, dates, and attraction aside. Quietly ask yourself, what topic excites you so much that you lose your breath when talking about it? During which activity do you forget to look at your phone for hours? What injustice in the world ignites you from within? What unusual idea would you defend passionately, even if your voice trembles? So where is your nerd side hidden? Maybe ancient Roman history, maybe specialty coffee brewing, maybe the films of a Korean director. That strange obsession that you think no one else cares about, but that makes you who you are. That's where the gold is. These are the components of the drug of admiration we're talking about. Your goal isn't to invent something new, it's to rediscover what's already inside you, bring it out, and be proud of it. The second step is knowing this. It's not about imparting knowledge, it's about transmitting energy. You're not going on a date to read your CV, hello, I love climbing, Stoic philosophy and independent films. That's just a boring report. The real thing is to make your passion felt. If you're talking about films, say something like, I loved that scene, the lighting was perfect. I wonder how the director did that. Or make a suggestion yourself, there's a book market in town on Saturdays, would you like to go? I love the smell of old books. The point is to spread your energy around the room. You don't need to wonder whether they like books or not. What will captivate them is your enthusiasm for them. So what should you avoid now? Stop suppressing your honest opinions to avoid conflict. If you hate football, don't pretend to love it. Don't play the helpless damsel in distress for them to rescue you. Stop being their cheerleader while your own dreams gather dust. Start with this: resolutely defend your time for your own projects and hobbies. Stop sacrificing your social life for him. Don't be afraid of arguments. Learn to say, "I disagree, this is how I see it." Show your own path, with its ups and downs. "I'm trying to learn programming, nothing worked today, but I'll try again tomorrow." Be the leading role in your own film. He can be a great supporting actor, but never the director. I know, this path is scary because it guarantees one thing: some men will leave. Perhaps men you find physically attractive will either be scared off or unable to connect. But this is not failure, it is the triumph of your new filter. Every man who leaves because your light is too bright saves you from the wrong ones. And most importantly, it makes room for the right one. This admiration drug isn't found in a lingerie shop, but on bookshelves, in a deep conversation with a challenging friend, in a business plan sitting in your drawer, on your next solo trip, or while tending your garden. The goal isn't to attract butterflies. Grow your garden so that only the most beautiful butterflies can come. We've come a long way. We've shattered the myth of intimidation. We've discovered the nuclear power of admiration. We've talked about how to grow your own garden and become a living filter. But if you think this is just a strategy to attract men, you're missing the bigger picture. The essence of this journey was never about him. It was always about you. All our lives, we've looked outward. We sought approval, we sought admiration. We asked, "Am I good enough for him? Am I interesting?" And we shaped our personalities, our bodies, our lives to get a yes answer. But the path we're opening today is a revolution. It's time to turn your head 180 degrees. It's time to look inward. Instead of asking, "Am I good enough for him?" ask, "Is the life I'm living good enough for me?" Think of your life as a campfire. For a long time, we were told we had to live with a small, flickering flame. That we had to find someone to keep our fire from going out. It was an exhausting and dependent search. Today's approach is radical: stop searching. If necessary, sit alone, devote all your energy to lighting your own fire. Gather your own wood, layer upon layer of your passions, knowledge, skills, friendships. The fire should be so big, hot and bright that it can be seen from miles away. People cannot resist the warm glow of a powerful fire, not weak sparks. Inspiring admiration is not a stage show for a date. It is the natural result of the respect you have for yourself. When you value your time, your thoughts, your passion and your body, you send a silent but powerful message: "This is how I am treated." The beauty of this philosophy lies here. When you start living this way, there are only two possibilities. First, a wonderful man, a man of real value, sees your fire from afar. He is drawn to it. He doesn't come to control your fire, he brings his own wood, sits with you, and enjoys the warmth. Together, you build the fire. A relationship built on mutual respect and genuine admiration. That's the ideal scenario. Second, you light your own fire. A month, 6 months, a year, and you're still alone. Is this a failure? Quite the opposite. You are now a woman who knows more, has lived more, is stronger and happier. You are so in love with your own life and your own fire that a man's arrival is just a nice bonus, never a necessity. Because real attraction is not about becoming the woman he wants. It is about being so complete, so real, and so alive in your own skin that being by your side is a privilege for him, warming himself in your fire is a blessing. That is why there is a decision. Both fire and decision. A decision you must make not just today, but every day. Every morning when you wake up, every time you meet someone new, during every deep conversation. There are two paths before you. The first path, the old, wide, well-trodden path. The path of conformity. Smoothing out the corners, lowering your voice so as not to disturb, laughing at jokes that don't amuse you, nodding your head while screaming, "No," inside, turning yourself into a watered-down version and waiting for approval. The second path, the narrow, steep, sometimes lonely path we discovered today. The path of building yourself stone by stone. Choosing the book over the popular series. Starting a finance course even if your friends don't understand. Defending your opinion even if your voice trembles. Embracing your uniqueness, falling in love with your own mind, being a woman who doesn't wait to be chosen, who chooses with whom to share her time and energy. This is the path of self-respect. In the end, it comes down to one question, you ask yourself, not him. Years later, what will a man remember about you? Your pretty face, your nice body, the nice girl who said yes to everything. These things are forgotten. Or will he remember the fire in your eyes when you spoke of justice, your heartfelt laughter, and your captivating inner world? My call is this: next time you look in the mirror, don't ask, how can I be more attractive? Ask a more powerful question: how can I get a little closer to being myself today? Don't try to be the most beautiful woman in the room, that's an endless race. Be the most interesting woman. Because beauty catches the eye, but admiration captivates the mind. Today we learned that the key to attraction is admiration. But once you've won his mind, you also need to know how to translate that bond into body language without breaking the spell. A kiss is not just a kiss, it is the seal of an inner agreement. Now I'm going to show you that kiss that makes a man tremble. It's not a technique, it's the silent expression of what we learned today. And if this journey into male psychology has captivated you, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single part.